Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Thought I'd come on real quick, just do a quick little video, explain to you what's going on here. Um, Whenever I cut roughouts, I always get this burnt look on here, and for a while I've cut these out, and um, I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong, and why it was burning them so bad. So just recently, I learned some things. Um, Number one, I got this bandsaw from my dad. He had a bunch of woodworking tools, and he recently passed away. But previously, I'd got this bandsaw, and it's a Delta. It's a good bandsaw. Had a big old blade on it, big fat blade. So I wanted to get a smaller blade so that I could cut sharp angles and detail cuts out of my roughouts. So one day when I was over at the woodcraft store, I bought a bandsaw blade, and I thought, well, this is a little thin blade, got a bunch of fine teeth on it. I thought, well, that'd be perfect. I should be cutting it out pretty good with this little thin blade. I should be able to hit some angles and do real good. But recently I've learned that this is my problem. This is like 16 teeth per inch. So what's happening is, even though basswood is a somewhat of a soft wood, it's still a hardwood. But what happens is that the teeth build up with wood particles. So what happens is, instead of cutting, it actually is burning the wood as I go through it. And I wondered why it was so hard to cut out a rough out when I've seen other people cut them out pretty easy. And there's not a lot on YouTube about, the right blades to use for, at least I couldn't find, for cutting out roughouts. You just see people cutting them out, and you think, yep, that's pretty easy. I got a bandsaw, I can do that. But just recently, as I was foraging around in some wood carving forums, I found out that I was using the wrong blade. So I got a new blade, and it's working marvelous. Now, I didn't know which blade to get, so I went with a Olson brand. This is the Olson bandsaw blades, and this particular blade has 4 teeth per inch. So if you can see here, I don't know if it's zoomed in enough, but you should be able to see. But it's a lot less teeth, which lets the wood fall out a lot easier. And I really feel kind of dumb for not knowing this, because I've done some bandsaw work before. When this was in my dad's workshop, he had let us cut stuff out all the time, but he had a big old blade on it. So, and it had big teeth. I'm not sure what the teeth were. So I ended up getting this blade, and this blade size, So I ended up getting this blade, and this blade size is, of course, it's 93.5 inches long is the length of my blade. And this is for a 14, I believe this is a 14-inch bandsaw. It's a Delta brand, pretty expensive one. I got, looks like it's 0.1875, so I'm assuming that's like almost 3/16 of an inch. And I cut with it right away. It was amazing. And it's a skip tooth blade. So, if you're looking to get into a bandsaw, there's some tabletop models out there. I used to have a little tabletop when I gave away, and I didn't really pay attention then to the blade on it. But, you can get a tabletop model bandsaw for, a couple $100. Main thing is, make sure you get at least a 1/2 horsepower motor, because that makes a difference. So get a 1/2 horsepower. There's some other brands out there. I'm not sure. Do your research on it. But yeah, I just wanted to really tell you about the blades. So even if you get a smaller bandsaw tabletop, make sure you get a 4 TPI, which is teeth per inch, and a skip tooth blade. Now, some people have said they like the hook blades. So I just went on and bought 2, because I wasn't sure, and that's why I didn't spend a lot of money on a real expensive bandsaw blade until I found out what I wanted. But this one is a hook tooth. So I figure I'm going to try to use this on bigger, thicker material. Since I only cut 2 to 3 inch material, you know, I should be fine with this blade, and it's worked great for a couple rough-outs that I've cut since. But if you're doing thicker wood, you're probably not going to get by with a tabletop, because most of the tabletop ones, I believe most of them cut to like 3.5 inches is max. Almost, you know, it's a little bigger than a scroll saw, but not much. So, you know, keep that in mind. Make sure you get one that's big enough to do what you're planning on doing. This one is adjustable, so I can raise it up. I can cut probably 4 or 5 inch, maybe 5-6 inch stock on it. For a bandsaw, that's pretty good. So yeah, just wanted to come on, give you that little tip, and hopefully it helps you out. If you're looking for a bandsaw, you know, make sure you get the right blade. That's the most important thing, is having the right size blade. Don't get one of these. I was thinking, you know, wow, 16 teeth per inch, that thing should cut fast. But, you know, it's too fine. It's probably more for like plywood, I would think, or cutting, you know, fine little balsa wood, or maybe something softer than that. But, you know, hey, you live and learn, and there wasn't a lot of information out there on the types of blades to use, so I thought I'd whip this quick little video up just to let you know, get you a 3, 4 TPI, teeth per inch blade, and you should be doing fine when you cut out your rough outs. Okay, all right, I'm gonna cut a little one up here real quick, and we'll take you out of this video. All right, thanks for watching.